Warning. On this podcast, we take the cases seriously, but not ourselves.
Although, we may attempt to lighten the mood at times.
Our episodes contain graphic descriptions that some listeners may find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised. If you needed to bribe me, what would you use to bribe me with?
Food.
Food. Anything specific or?
It's not really hard. Chicken fillet roll. Pizza.
Well, that's chicken fillet roll is any Irish person, isn't it? You just put it on a string and drag it along.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, like with you, I wouldn't bribe you with money. I don't know, actually. Depends on the amount.
I'm not kind of money orientated. Do you know what I mean?
For me, it's whatever I'm fixated on at that time.
I was going to say, I was going to go for the obvious of a sausage roll, or maybe just like a pot of gravy would do it.
Mm.
But you're kind of a bit of a magpie. I just wave anything shiny in front of you and you're going to follow.
That's not true.
Is it not?
No.
Right, so I don't like clutter and, bits and pieces. I like things to kind of be in order and have a place.
Boring.
If you think so, yeah. But you just like stuff. You like to have your stuff around you, all your items and your trinkets and your what have you.
Memories.
Memories. Something that costs £2 off fucking AliExpress.
Right. Like, what she's calling clutter is a piss take. What she's referring to here at the minute is a key ring.
You bought multiple key rings.
Yeah, there's still one on the way, actually.
So how many have you ordered total? 3, or is there more?
Well, I ordered 4, not knowing one of them was a key ring. That went straight in the bin.
What did you think it was?
To hang up on your mirror in your car.
And that's a memory for you?
No, that was just a custom item, but they didn't custom it. It came with the name Smith and then a random number on it.
Yeah, basically Neil ordered, it was like a little bulletproof vest thing. Now, why he wanted that to hang off the rear view mirror, I don't know, but he did. But it was meant to be like an actual miniature vest and you could put your name on it.
Yeah.
What Neil actually got was a lump of hard plastic, like just a picture of a vest, and it had the name Smith on it.
Yeah.
I could have told you.
I was livid.
I could have told you it was just going to be utter shite that you got. But that's what I'm saying. You like stuff. You get drawn in to gimmicky things.
Instead of binning it, I should have looked through our listeners to see if there's one with the surname Smith and said to them, here, do you want it?
I think the problem here is both of us come from households where our parents have a lot of stuff.
Mm.
They like their items, their things, surrounding them.
Yeah.
And I think that quite often goes either way with the child. You kind of fall into that and you carry it on. Whereas for me, I'm like, absolutely not. I want as little I want it more minimalist. I can't handle I get stressed out by stuff. Also, the more shit you have, the more things there are to move and clean and more dust.
Well, this is another thing what annoys me about you. So you might not buy a lot of clutter, but when you do, after about a month, it's like, I haven't really touched it in a month, so she bins it.
Yeah.
It's wasteful.
I agree with you. It is well, I rarely buy stuff like that, but yeah, when you do, I'll get rid of it. I don't really form like sentimental attachments to items like that.
Mm.
So I don't see the point of just keeping it there. I look at it as a good thing that I can just go, I don't need this anymore. I'm going to either donate it or get rid of it or whatever the case is.
Mm.
Like at least once every 6 months to a year, I'll go through my clothes and just donate a load of stuff because either it doesn't fit me anymore or I'm not wearing it or what have you.
Mm.
There was one time, do you remember, that was a situation. I saw a video of like how to make cat and dog toys and stuff. So I got a couple of my old t-shirts and I cut them up and I like into these long strips. And you remember I braided them. I spent ages doing it for Norman.
Yeah.
And he destroyed it in maybe 5 minutes.
For a little dog.
I can do some damage.
Like, The only dog toys we really buy him now are like solid rubber.
Yeah.
Because anything with fur on it,
Fucked.
less than 24 hours.
Mm.
Like, I spent out on this dog toy. I went to a hardware shop and they were selling them. And they were supposed to be, like, indestructible. And when I picked it up, I was like, oh, it's tough. I think one of them's a sloth. One of them's a fox.
I used to get him the Kong foxes. I got him like one of each of the stuffed animal toys.
Yeah.
And the fox was the one he really latched onto. And they were a bit tougher for like a teddy.
Yeah.
But
it still ripped an hole in it.
Yeah.
Less than 24 hours.
Well, it got to the point that I was cutting them open straight away to take the squeaker out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're quite expensive to buy just to destroy yourself immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did, the thought was there when I made him the little braided chew toy thing, the little kind of tug of war yoke.
Yeah, what was it I made? It was before we had Norman. I think I made it for one of your parents' dogs. I think Marley used to play with it.
You made a teddy bear out of a tea towel.
Oh, it was a turkey. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it looked like
You made
turkey.
a bear as well, though.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, no, the turkey was made out of a tea towel. That was really good.
Yeah.
And then you got a hand towel and made a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair play. I could see what you were driving at. It wasn't just like just a ball of fabric scrunched up. It did look like...
I'm a man of many talents.
Maybe you should be a kids entertainer.
No. Couldn't do that.
Not for you?
No.
Mm.
So, we have 2 shout-outs, 2 new patrons.
We do indeed.
Yeah. So, the first one is Natalie.
Natalie
is how I'd say it.
Apologies.
So when I was trying to come up with a name for Natalie, what popped into my head was, I don't think I've ever come across a Natalie who was a bitch. I think all Natalies are like sweethearts.
Mm.
Oh, you've had a bad experience with a Natalie?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was thinking...
Not this Natalie, though. We love her.
So I was thinking Natalicious.
Natalicious? Oh, see, I was going a bit of a different way with Natalie. Tally. Yeah?
Yeah.
So she can keep fucking tally of all the times you fucking interrupt me or trigger me in a fucking episode.
Wow. How did it come back on me?
It's very clever how I do it, isn't it? I've used Natalie as a middleman here.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy that?
Well, no, because I've got a target earner.
See, I thought it was a clever one, that, because I went for the second half for name.
Yeah.
I knew you'd do like Natty or something, or Nat.
Yeah. All right, I'll go on further. Lee. There you go. Rate at end.
We could have just done lie and then just had a go at her for being such a fucking liar.
Stop fucking lying.
Sick of it.
I'm absolutely sick of it.
Next shout out is for Liz.
Liz. So I'm guessing short for Elizabeth.
Oh, Lizzie over there.
So I have one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm quite proud of this one. Are you ready? So it goes with the name Elizabeth, but the fact that she calls herself Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Lizabeast.
Lizabeast.
I thought that was good.
It's like her stage name.
Yeah. Lizabeast.
I kind of went a bit more regal on this one.
What?
Like royal.
Okay.
Queen Elizabeth of the Mortals. Now there's a title for you. How's that grab you? Like fuck the royal family and all that. That's not my scene. But I mean, of the Mortals, that's a title to be proud of now.
So we have a mama. Now
what?
we have a mama mortal.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have a queen. What else have we got? What else have we got of the mortals?
Well, we've got Natalie there, keeping score as well.
Oh, the fucking lie detector.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's not a lie detector. No, she's a liar. She's just bullshitting all the time.
She's fucking speaking absolute bollocksology. But that might go in your favour if she starts rigging it.
Then Lizabeast. Lizabeast. Come on, that's a good one. And Queen Elizabeth is a bit triggering because she's dead.
You're saying I should have a bit more respect.
So is this Queen Lizabeast the third?
Well, who's the first and second?
The queens.
Lizabeast. Was that their names as well?
So thank you for joining the mortals over on Patreon.
We appreciate you.
I'm trying to get more content out, actually. Because we've had a bit of trouble lately.
Oh, here we go. I'll get the violin out for Neil.
My car shit itself, so I got another car. Then that had problems. Then Ty decided to just start fucking pissing and sprogging everywhere. So then we had him at the vets. Got CrimeCon Manchester. So we're looking to get some out in the next week.
Yeah, you've really dropped the ball with content, haven't you, Neil?
Just me? So you gotta do it. Why is it just on me?
Well, I'm just putting it on you because you're the one whinging about it. You know, oh, poor me.
I'm saying poor us, but fuck you.
I don't
no,
need.
poor me.
I don't need people to feel sorry for me. You know, I accept that I've dropped the ball a bit, and I'll get on with it. Whereas you're like, oh yeah, but the reason why it happened was fucking excuse after excuse.
Hi, I'm Grace, host of Red Rum True Crime Podcast. These cases focus on the true victims of crime. Why not jump in at episode 114, the tragic murder of Jasmine and Aaliyah? The main suspect in this case gave an extremely bizarre interview to a number of press reporters whilst he was drunk and reportedly high. He speaks about an awful lot on camera and has this completely inappropriate laughing and chuckling response when talking about the case. He may even have thought he was going to get away with the double murder he'd been accused of, but what he didn't know was that 2 undercover officers were on their way to catch him out, and he easily and willingly took the bait. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Red Rum True Crime. That's Red Rum, murder backwards, REDRUM True Crime.
So, what you got for us today?
Well, today, Neil, we are going to be talking about the deaths of Joshlyn Johnson and Larry O'Neill.
Okay. Irish?
No.
Oh.
At approximately 11 p.m. on the 28th of July 2021, a 33-year-old woman named Nicole Johnson is pulled over for speeding. After speaking with Nicole, the officer heads back to his patrol car and runs her license plates through the system. There's no results.
Fake plates?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He approaches Nicole and asks her about the vehicle. She tells the officer that the car is not registered and that she doesn't even have a license.
That's just fuck then.
Well, Neil, that's actually the least of her troubles.
Okay.
The officer tells Nicole that, because of this, they're going to have her car towed, and for her to take anything out of the vehicle that she may need before the car is removed. Nicole opens the boot of the car, which is filled with her belongings, as she'd been living between her car and hotels at the time.
What she pull out? Shovel, duct tape, what else do they usually have? Rope.
A kill kit.
Yeah. Like apple on a strap.
Apple on a strap? Like a gag?
Yeah.
Kind of like mixed ball gag and like a roast pig there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Is it not an apple?
You can get like a ball gag. I mean, I suppose you could use an apple.
They use it in what's it in? Oh my god. It's a movie I love and you said it's not that great. Oh.
That's most of the movies you like.
Fucking hell. John Travolta, Samuel L. Jackson. I'm naming people who were in there.
Pulp Fiction?
Pulp Fiction.
When did I ever say it's not that good?
I thought you did.
No.
I said it's one of the best movies ever made.
No, I think I know where you're getting off track. I said, people are going to take an issue with this. I said, I think Quentin Tarantino is overrated.
She actually said Samuel L. Jackson was an over-actor.
I never.
Yeah, they have someone and they have apple on a strap in his gob, don't they? Is it not an apple? It's just a ball.
I haven't seen the movie in years. I can't remember. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I think of a ball gag and then the other image was like a roast pig.
Oh, yeah.
Not a cadaver pig now. So with that said, you're not a million miles off. It wasn't a kill kit, but you're in the right direction.
Okay.
She begins removing her belongings from the car as they wait for the tow and backup to arrive at the scene. But during this, the officer notices a foul smell coming from her car. He asks Nicole what's in the bags, and she tells him that it's just dirty laundry, and as she has no fixed address, she has to travel with these items.
She could have shot herself and just changed.
She does say something along those lines, that it's pissy blankets. They're pissy blankets, like you don't want to see them. It's nasty. Of course, you're just piquing their interest more. Why are you trying to deflect away from it? The first officer on the scene asks backup to approach and see if he can also detect the same odour. The officers grow more concerned as to the contents of these bags, but Nicole again reassures them that it's just dirty blankets and that she'll show the officers to prove it to them.
I think I saw this on Instagram. There were like body cam footage on Instagram. This does sound familiar with the blankets.
You're right. That's actually where I first heard this case. You came over and showed me some of the body cam footage.
So I deliberately didn't watch it all because I could see where it was going. So I just passed my phone to you.
You could see that my interest was piqued.
Well, I just, as soon as I could see where it was going, I didn't want to know the rest in case you were going to cover it. Which I was spot on.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Now, these blankets were well concealed, having been bagged multiple times over. As Nicole starts to sift through the layers upon layers of plastic, the officer can see maggots festering underneath. Still, she insists it's just blankets.
Just blankets?
And again, that she'd been staying between her car and hotels and hadn't got a chance to wash them yet. Nicole feigns a struggle to undo the bags, so the officer steps in to cut through the layers of plastic, and this reveals a suitcase. He instructs Nicole to open the case. She does so and pulls out a ravelled up blanket. The officer again instructs her to untie the blanket.
Why? She said it's just blankets. The blanket.
Was that the stance you would take if you were the officer?
If I were the officer and she opened it, I'd be like, oh, yep, there's a blanket.
Well, as Nicole begins to unfold the fabric and it falls to the side, the remains of a child are revealed.
Oh, it took a dark turn, didn't it?
We also know now why you're not working in law enforcement. The officers are shocked and understandably have quite a visceral reaction to this. This was just a traffic stop for speeding. They could never have imagined that their night would turn into making such a gruesome discovery. Once Nicole sees the officer's reaction, she immediately attempts to run. But the officers pursue her and she is detained along with her friend Bibi, who'd been in the car with her. As police wait by the car for the homicide unit to arrive, one of the officers was so disturbed by the sight, he starts to break down right at the scene.
You would though, wouldn't you? Especially with being a kid.
I think that's what really, really affected them. You know, obviously it's a horrific, traumatizing discovery, but yeah, when it's a more vulnerable person, yeah, it's going to hit you that much harder.
Well, it's also, the shock's going to hit you harder because it's like, I was just pulling them over because they were speeding. I was looking to just give them a ticket and that's it. So I think that would amplify the shock even more.
Yeah, that's why I just said it.
Said what?
That they were just meant to be doing a traffic stop and they uncovered the body of a child.
Yeah, I know you did, but I'm saying it amplified the shock because of the reasons you said.
I'm confirming what you've previously stated.
I'm just saying my bit.
Nicole pleads with the officers not to arrest her friend Bibi and that she had nothing to do with any of this. Her friend Bibi, who has an intellectual disability, is incredibly confused as to what's going on at this point, and she doesn't really understand the situation and, you know, she's becoming frustrated.
Yeah.
But of course, she does need to be taken to the station until they can confirm that she did not have any involvement.
Guilty till proven innocent.
It's like your slogan, isn't it? Well, Bibi, when she's in the police station, she's getting quite agitated with the officers. You can tell she's just like, what the fuck am I doing here? What is going on?
They're just blankets.
She's given them right attitude, which, you know, I get it. She didn't really understand the full situation, you know, whatever. But
Where's
like,
me blankets?
From the point of view of these officers, they've literally found a car with 2 people and the body of a child.
Yeah.
They're kind of like...
And a load of blankets.
Miss, the blankets, of course, Neil. Is that your fixation now for the episode?
How many blankets?
Is that where we're going here? So you're going to say maybe Nicole was responsible for the deaths, but did Bibi own these blankets? Is that her involvement?
It could have been her blankets. What tall were they?
Tog.
What did I say?
Towel, I think.
Oh.
They were 13.5 tog, by the way.
You don't know that.
No, I don't. Now, after Nicole had been taken into custody and homicide arrived at the scene, they discovered the body of a second child. The remains of the second child were found within a tote box.
It's like a box with a lid in it.
It is.
No, why are you laughing? No, the only reason why I'm double checking because why is it a tote box? Yeah, and it's a sturdy box with a lid.
You towed it around, yeah.
Yeah, and then a tote bag is just like
towed it around.
something you'd see around market.
You tote it around with you.
What?
You tote it around with you.
You carry the fucker.
Yeah, toting it around with you.
So what's the difference between a tote
Toting
bag?
it up.
So what's the difference between a tote bag and a carrier bag from Tesco?
Well, there's not really if you're going to be, you know, they're designed to carry.
So all bags are totes.
I mean, yes, technically.
Okay.
You've cracked the code, Neil. I mean, no box is really designed to tote around with you, unless it's on wheels.
Well, that's what I thought it was. A lid with wheels.
Police then obtained the name of a nearby hotel where Nicole had been residing, and a search was conducted.
Bet they didn't find any blankets.
Aside from two teddy bears, there was no evidence of any children having lived there with Nicole. There were no personal items, toys, or clothing found in the room. But while in custody, Nicole did reveal the identity of these kids. The remains found in Nicole's car were that of 7-year-old Joshlyn Johnson and 5-year-old Larry O'Neill, Nicole's niece and nephew.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can imagine the community was stunned by the news. On the 2nd of August, a vigil was held for Joshlyn and Larry, as everyone attempted to wrap their heads around how 2 children could disappear with no one seeming to notice. And just 2 days after the vigil was held, this would have been Larry's 6th birthday.
Fucking hell.
After her arrest, Nicole sits in the police station waiting to speak with officers. The smell of decay coming from her clothing was so unbearable that officers were actually struggling to stay in the room with her. They used odour eliminator sprays and air purifiers to little avail. Both at the scene and in the police station, Nicole kept attempting to speak, with officers telling her that they don't want to hear it and to wait until they are officially taking her statement. Whether her remorse was genuine or not, or she was simply fearing the consequences of her actions, it appeared as though the gravity of what she had done was finally starting to sink in. Not long after this, Nicole is transferred to another location to speak with detectives. As Nicole begins her interview, she tells the detective that she had been asked to take care of both Joshlyn and Larry by their mother due to her struggling to care for them.
Yeah, take care of as in look after them, not take care of them like a mafia hit.
Well, she also initially tried to claim that she didn't know where the smell was coming from. She said she thought a rat might have got caught in the engine and died, and that she had attempted to clean the car to get rid of the smell. Now, I assume this statement was made in an attempt to downplay the length of time which had elapsed between the death and the discovery.
Yeah.
Nicole claimed that the death of Joshlyn was an accident. She admits to having beaten Joshlyn, but said that after she had struck her, Joshlyn fell back, hitting her head, and had become unresponsive.
What's that got to do with Larry?
What?
What's that got to do with Larry?
Well, we're not talking about Larry just yet.
Okay.
Where are you getting Larry from?
No, because it's like, okay, so you're saying it were an accidental thing. All right. The next one. What happened there?
We'll get to Larry, don't worry.
Okay.
Hold on a minute, Neil. Now, the reason why Nicole had beaten her was a reaction to Joshlyn taking food out of the fridge. Residents of the hotel where Nicole had previously stayed with the kids recalled hearing Nicole verbally abuse them, and in particular, Joshlyn. I don't know if you feel the same way as me, but there's something particularly unsettling about specifically targeting one child.
Well, I was just thinking, there is some weirdos like that. Like, I've even seen it where it's been a mother and their daughter, and they treat the daughter like shit because the daughter is younger, in shape, has all the teeth.
Has all their teeth?
Yeah. Has all the teeth.
Has all their teeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Has not got any teeth missing. What are
Yeah,
you
no.
struggling with?
It's just enough. I get what you're saying, like, you know, the youth and beauty thing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know, if it's in their mind, like, you took this from me, now you have it.
Yeah.
Type of thing. It was just teeth.
Well, I'm from Sheffield, so...
Well, that may be it. That's, 'cause you're putting a lot of emphasis on the teeth, I feel.
Yeah.
Like, to actually note it as something a mother would be jealous of her daughter.
Well, it could be the mother has, like, old raggy hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then the daughter's got a full head of hair. I don't know. I've just seen it where, like, trying to gaslight the daughter a lot and basically just mental warfare on, like, you sure you want to wear them shorts with them legs? And shit like that.
Yeah. I think you're onto something here.
Mm.
What was it in Nicole's mind that she chose to take against this little girl? Favoritism is horrific in itself, but to deliberately take against one child. Some surveys suggest that mothers can be critical of their daughters and more accommodating of their sons.
Jealousy. Yeah.
Well, we actually mentioned this a few episodes back, that, you know, it's often said boys are easier to raise. And look, I've never raised kids. I don't know, but to me it seems a slightly pointed thing to say.
Mm.
One survey of over 2,500 mothers found that mothers were twice as likely to be critical of their daughters over their sons and more likely to attribute positive traits to their sons. Boys were described as cheeky or playful, whereas the girls were seen as being stroppy or argumentative.
Little brats.
Yeah.
Bratty. With all the teeth.
You think you're better than me with all the fucking teeth in your head?
That's what I mean, though. I think it's a jealousy thing. I'm getting older. I look fucked. You know, I look 60 when I'm only 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you were thinking the same way as me, because without knowing, you know, I'm kind of just thinking of what theories there are as to why this would happen. So I'm glad you kind of were going the same way with me. I mean, I think that is a very real possibility. It's the female thing. For some reason. I know she's not her biological mother and she'd only been taking care of her for a certain amount of time, but she was still the guardian, the parental figure.
Yeah.
Assuming that position.
Yeah.
And, you know, again, taking against one child is despicable. I do feel like we see it a lot with girls being treated that way.
Yeah, what I tend to see is... Now, I'm not saying this is all households, but it's like, yeah, when it's a mother with a daughter, it's a lot of jealousy. And with a father with a son, it's like, it's me little mate. It's me little buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's complete opposites.
Well, I mean, and I don't want to downplay it. Obviously, there's the lighter side of, oh, boys are so much easier. Yeah. It's like just the ingrained misogyny of it.
Don't forget, like, I'm not saying all mothers are like that. You know, some are, I'm a cool mum. Them sort.
I'm not a regular mum, I'm a cool mum.
Yeah, there's them sort.
That'd be you if you were a parent, yeah.
I'd be a cool mum.
100%.
In me fucking juicy.
Oh, I can see it now. You can borrow me Ugg boots.
Right, for one, I don't need your Uggs. I have my own Ugg slippers. Very dashy in them.
Very what?
Dashy in them.
Dashy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what Dashy is, don't you?
No.
Dashy.
Dashing?
Oh, it might be that. Yeah, I'm very dashing in them. I don't think I'd be a cool mom. For a start, why would I be a cool mom? I'm a fella.
Okay.
I'd be
You're
a
not
hip,
the regular dad.
hip
You're
dad.
cool dad.
Hip dad.
Hip.
Hip dad, yeah.
Mm. But no, I do think it is kind of like said that kind of ingrained misogynistic thing.
Yeah.
And I mean that as like even people don't realise they have it. It's just in society.
Mm.
And even like when you talk about it, what's the worst you hear about teenage boys? You know, getting to like that stage into puberty. You hear that they're just masturbating all over the gaff. But yeah, we mentioned it on a previous episode, you know, in our families, we're one of two and we both just have one older brother. We're the babies.
Yeah.
But I didn't get treated like, you know, the little baby, protect them at all costs. Neither did you.
No, I got the blame for everything. It
yeah,
usually
but
was.
I was going to say, you probably deserved it all the time, didn't you? You were a right little bastard.
It usually was. And I think after a bit of time, my dad started to clock onto it because I'm not a great liar. So if I had done it...
Your eyes dart about quite a bit.
Like if I walked in and my dad went, "Do you take 10 quid off of there?" And if I said no, like I would always get the blame.
Your voice go really high. No.
No. Yeah, say if he was like, you've took 10 quid off of there, I'd always get the blame first. But if I had done it and I was there going, no, he knew. Whereas because I was such a bad liar and I got the blame all the time, if I was like, I didn't fucking take that.
Yeah.
He was starting to like click on like it weren't him. He didn't know about that.
Well, look, I appreciate honesty, but also, you know, even if I was a lying bastard, I'm no good at it.
No, you're terrible. You're
terrible.
Worse than me.
Like even when you're like trying to do like something funny, like if you're trying to like have someone on and you're like, Megan, play along, I start like laughing and giggling immediately, and I can't even do like something lighthearted.
No,
I should never play poker, put it that way. So I just, unless it's, you know, like a white light protects one's feelings or something like that, I generally just try to be honest.
Yeah, if you play poker, you'd have to put sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Really black sunglasses.
But I also do this thing with my mouth. My mum has said it, you've said it. Both my dad and I, we kind of like purse our lips and shit.
Yeah, it turns into an arsehole.
Yeah, like we can't hide our emotions very well.
No.
So there's no point. Just be fucking honest about it.
So back to Nicole.
So another thought to do with why she was targeting Joshlyn specifically. Could it be the case that Nicole was resentful of her sister and that Joshlyn resembled her or was, you know, had similar traits to her mother?
Nah.
Could that be why?
No.
No?
No.
Because shooting that down immediately?
Because she's took the kids to look after them. She wouldn't have done that if she was like really against the sister. I don't think it's that. I think it was just she didn't realise how hard it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were screaming, going, you know, I'm hungry. Give me some food.
They've turned into a northern old man now. I'm hungry.
So that I'm hungry. Get some food. And she was like, these kids just never stop. And I think she lost it. That's what I think it is. She definitely fucking firm hand with the discipline, you know, clattering one of them because they've gone in the fridge to get some food because they're hungry.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I think it is. I think her heart was in the right place when she took the kids, but she didn't realise how hard it was going to be. Well,
on the note of resentment, have you ever heard of the Cinderella phenomenon?
Yeah, I actually learnt a fact about the original Cinderella. They actually cut her toes off to fit in the glass shoe.
What?
So the original, where the story comes from, to a Cinderella, the original one, they cut her toes off so her foot would fit in the glass shoe.
The original fairy tale?
Yeah.
Okay, but we're not talking about the fairy tale. We're just getting...
You said Cinderella.
No, but the theory is just taking inspiration from that story, that like the name.
Oh, no.
So with the Cinderella theory, it's not entirely relevant to this situation, but, there's a slight connection. Nicole was more of a guardian than a step-parent, but this theory revolves around the fact that there are higher incident rates of step-parents singling out a child to be a victim of their abuse.
Oh. Oh, yeah, because the stepsisters in that, in Cinderella.
Yes.
And they're horrible to her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more specific to do with the step-parent. So again, like I said, although Nicole was more of a guardian than a step-parent, there is that connection of someone stepping in to look after someone else's biological kids. So I think Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, another one.
There is that, that element to think about. Could that have been a factor here? What are you thinking, Neil?
It could be, but
you're thinking much more just it's a little girl.
Yeah. It is a little girl.
No, I'm saying where you're at the moment with the theory.
Yeah.
You're thinking Joshlyn was getting targeted solely for the fact of being a girl.
Yes.
Now, it's believed that Joshlyn's death occurred in May of 2020, over a year previous to the discovery.
Fucking hell.
In regards to Larry's death, Nicole did mention a cut to his leg, but she was vague in describing the injury. Nicole said that Larry, who she referred to as Stink, asked her to lay him down in the back of the car, which she did. After this, she left him to go for a cigarette. When she returned, he was unresponsive.
Oh, I thought he'd gone for a cigarette.
No.
Right, okay.
Did I word that wrong or?
I thought you said, but he'd laid her out on the back seat.
No, sorry. If I said that wrong, yeah. Nicole said that Larry asked her to lay him on the back seat.
Right.
And then Nicole went for a smoke, came back, he was unresponsive. She also said that she believed this happened 2 months previous in May.
Bollocks.
So one of the kids had been dead for over a year.
Yeah.
And the other for 2 months. Thereabouts. She couldn't quite remember exactly when it happened.
I'm not saying the 2 month thing is bollocks. I'm saying that sounds...
Oh, the
lay
actual
down at
death.
back seat. I've gone for a fag. I've come back 5 minutes later and he's unresponsive.
The actual
Bollocks.
death is a load of shite.
Yeah.
Like with Joshlyn, I mean, that could be the case. She'd beaten her, she'd fallen, hitting her head, or she could have just died from the beating.
Yeah.
An injury to his leg, became unresponsive. What?
Yeah. Like the only thing I can think of is there's a main artery vein what goes on the back of your leg. If you cut that, you're fucked. I think it's on like the back of your knee.
Again, I apologise. I know it's very vague, but Nicole, she didn't really give a lot of detail. She was very vague. She, at one point, she goes, "What month are we in?" And the detective tells her, "We're at the end of July." And she goes, "Yeah, so May," for when Larry had died.
So they're just having to take a word for it.
It's very difficult to get to the truth of this case. During an autopsy, they noted that there was multiple bruises on Joshlyn's body, but could not determine a cause of death due to the advanced stage of decomposition. Her death was ruled a homicide due to the evidence of physical abuse. When Larry's body was found, he was still wearing his Paw Patrol pajamas. His body also had bruising with internal bleeding around his knee and elbow, and superficial wounds to his legs. There was an injury to the inside of his thigh, the one that Nicole had previously mentioned, although it was much less than what she had made it seem.
So it's more like the scratch. So she's trying to say that caused his death.
I mean, what I kind of took from hearing that was she remembered a certain injury and tried to play it off. Same thing she did about the smell of decomp at the car. She tried to throw something in there. You know, throwing shit at the wall, seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Pissing
in pocket and that. The pissing in my pocket and tell me it's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She was doing that.
Yeah.
And saying, it's just blankets.
Back to the blankets again.
No, but that's what she was saying the smell was, weren't she? She said the smell was dirty blankets. Didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's not me latching onto the blankets again.
Again, due to the advanced stages of decomp, a cause of death was unable to be determined for Larry. Now, the average weight for a 7-year-old girl is around 50 pounds. Joshlyn weighed just 18 pounds.
Fucking hell.
Her body was actually that small that, at first sight, police believed her to be around 5 years of age. And that also makes Nicole's confession of beating her for trying to access food that much more shocking.
Yeah.
Larry, who was 5 years old, was 21 pounds, with the average weight of a 5-year-old being at about 40. It's blatant that both of these kids were underweight and had been extremely malnourished. To this extent, they would have experienced a prolonged period of neglect prior to their deaths. Nicole had been taking care of her niece and nephew since their biological mother, Deshelle, had left them in her care in 2019 due to her being, quote, unable to provide for her children. Before the kids were placed in Nicole's care, they lived with their mother and their great-aunt and uncle in Ohio. Their great-aunt has since passed away, but their uncle, James Phillips, said, quote, "They were good kids. They used to wrestle with me. Whenever I went somewhere, they always wanted to go. I played with them up and down the street, taught them how to ride a bike." Nicole took the kids from Ohio and moved in with her mother in Maryland. James said, quote, "I didn't want her to leave. I practically begged her to stay, not to take the kids. They would always tell me the kids are going all right. The kids are okay. I was sending clothes up there. I was sending money." So, from the sounds of it, Nicole wasn't struggling on her own in caring for these kids and suffering some sort of mental distress which led to the death or deaths of these children. Not that it would be an excuse, but that could be a factor to consider when investigating why this happened. Nicole chose not to give up these kids, which would have allowed them to have had a better quality of life. While I can't speak on her reasons for this, I do wonder, was it a vengeful act against the family members who did want to care for these children? Possibly a case of treating the children like possessions. I fail to see where there's room for Nicole to have previously cared for the kids and slipped into whatever situation or poor mental state that could cause such a thing to happen. And if she had at some point properly cared for these kids, why had neither of them been to a doctor or enrolled in school while in Maryland? The fact that during both of these incidents, which caused their deaths, Nicole failed to call an ambulance or contact police.
And what was she like? I wonder what her end game was with the bodies. She'd had one of them for over a year.
Oh, I would agree with you. This is where I do start to wonder about her mental state. How could she have possibly kept a body in her possession for over a year? And not just in her general possession. Nicole was travelling with the body. Never mind the constant paranoia, but the smell of decomposition. Surely this is not only likely to cause physical illness, but also some psychological damage.
Yeah.
There's the obvious reason of concealment, but for that length of time, surely she must have gone into a state of denial.
And I wonder, I know decomp is supposed to be really bad, but if you're around it all the time, would you get used to,
I know what you're saying, but when you listen to people who work in the death industry,
yeah,
they always say it's so undeniable, you'll never forget the smell, it's ingrained in them.
Yeah.
So I wonder, like what you're saying, if you're actually living in it, does it get to a point where it's not bothersome to you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, actually, going on about the smell, that's what I want to go back to that BB. I know you haven't really talked about her. How did she get in that car and not smell that decomp?
I know, I really don't understand how BB didn't pick up on it at all.
So is she a woman scorned and all?
What do you mean a woman scorned? By Nicole?
No, but by the kid. She's got all her teeth and that.
No.
So
BB's nothing to do with it. BB's nothing to do. You leave BB alone.
Okay.
But I do take your point. It is bizarre to me that she didn't pick up on it. Or maybe she did and we just don't know. Maybe after the fact. Because like I said, in the moment, BB was very agitated. She was like, what is happening? Why am I here? What's going on? Maybe once they actually calmed her down and talked to her and explained the situation and found out it's nothing to do with her, you never know. BB might have been like, yeah, fucking stunk.
The other thing what's popped into my head is, how many times do you think someone was sat at a red light and she came and pulled up at the next lane and they were like, what the fuck is that smell around here?
I mean, you know, like the officer said, no, it sticks to your clothes. Nicole, the smell was essentially radiating off of her. It's bad, you know?
Which I am actually surprised once they got to the police station why they didn't get her to remove her clothes and put her in one of them onesies.
Yeah. They were interviewing her in her clothes. They gave her a blanket to put over her.
Yeah.
But you think they would have got her to change?
Yeah.
So, do you think that's a possibility that Nicole was in some sort of state of denial?
Yes.
It is hard to conceive that Nicole was carrying around the body of a child for over a year and not have slipped into insanity. Like,
yeah,
how, you know. But the fact that she chose to try and delay the discovery and run as soon as the body was revealed would indicate that she knew exactly what she was doing. So, what was Nicole doing? Why did she want these kids if she didn't even want to care for them? Was it just to be in a position of power, whether it be over the kids themselves, her family, or both? She alienated these kids from their family before the neglect and abuse led to their deaths.
I think she wanted to look good to the family. She was like, I'll do it. I'll do it. And then she got him. And like I said before, it was like, these fucking kids, they don't stop.
So you think it's a case of she got way...
Yes.
She got in way over her head?
Yes. But I also think she's a bit of a psychopath anyway, you know, to do with, you know, the kid going to the fridge to get some food because the kid's hungry. So she's clattered him.
So on that note, you think she wanted to look good?
Yes.
But she had family who were willing to help. She took the kids out of the situation, where there's people there for her or for them.
So I don't really want to comment on it because I don't know how it is in America. But I know in the UK, for each kid you have, the more money you can get for help. So was it for financial gain? Would she get like...
I think in the UK and Ireland, our child benefit is a lot better than in the US.
But would they get anything extra?
Well, bear in mind, Nicole wasn't their official guardian either. She was looking after the kids for the mother.
I thought she took them on officially.
No, I don't think there was ever paperwork
to
sign over guardianship.
Oh, so it wouldn't be financial gain. I don't know then.
Their mother had been in contact with Nicole in March of 21 to try and get her children back. Arrangements were made, but of course, Nicole had no intention of meeting with her sister. I mean, how could she? At this stage, Joshlyn had already died. And Nicole was just digging a deeper and deeper hole for herself. The last time that the children's grandmother had seen them was Christmas time of 2019. She said that at that time, she noticed that the kids did not look well taken care of. Quote, "They took them out of this house. I've been fighting. I called protective services. I called the mayor. I tried to get any help I could. I was waiting for my grandkids to come back home, but they never came back to me."
I've heard so many negative things about CPS. About them not doing enough.
Look, it's a very difficult situation to be in, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really want to comment on stuff like that because I don't know the position of working there. The laws can be very restrictive, but at the same time, you got to make fucking sure if you're ripping a child out of their home.
This is what I mean. But like, the things I've heard about CPS, it isn't good. I've heard someone who's got a general concern, not general.
Genuine.
Thank you. A genuine concern, and CPS don't even investigate it. Mm-hmm. And then I've seen it where two neighbours have just started arguing about a tree what's been cut down, and one of them fucking phones CPS and goes, they're neglecting their kids. Bang, they're fucking straight round to investigate, see what's going on.
Well, I think a case that sticks out to me is Judith Barcy. I don't know if you remember very well, but it was kind of...
Ducky.
Yes, they kind of almost took the mother's word for it. I don't really know. Again, it's very hard to comment on if you're not in the situation. And obviously she was being abused as well. But it kind of just, from the outside, felt like Judith was failed because her mother kind of talked her out of the situation.
Yeah.
Which obviously resulted in Judith and the mother losing their lives. Nicole's mother called for a harsh sentence, stating, quote, "I love her, but I want her to pay with every soul in my bones. They can put her to sleep, as far as I'm concerned. They can put them both to sleep." The other person that her mother is referencing is her other daughter, Deshelle, the biological mother of Joshlyn and Larry. On the 30th of August 2024, Nicole pleaded guilty to 2 counts of first-degree child abuse involving the death of a victim younger than 13. And on the 10th of February 2025, Nicole held her face in her hands as she was sentenced to a suspended life sentence with 50 years to be served. On the night that Nicole was pulled over, before the remains of Joshlyn and Larry were discovered, Nicole said to the officer, quote, "Watch, tomorrow y'all are going to see me on the news. Y'all are going to see me make my big debut."
What?
Yeah. She knew it was coming. It's such a fucking chilling thing to say.
But debut is usually like, I'm going to do more.
The officers will have heard that and been like, you know, she's getting in trouble, whatever. And then after the fact, to hear her, you know, to listen to the footage back is quite something. So I'm sure you're wondering what the mother of Joshlyn and Larry had to say on the matter. Well, Deshelle did speak of leaving her kids in Nicole's care. Quote, "The mistake I made in trusting will always fall on me. But I never could have imagined this outcome. I just needed a mental break. I lost the woman that raised me. I was tired and depressed and down. I'm sorry."
She don't give a shit. I'm just getting the feeling, but she doesn't really. Like, obviously, I don't know her, but for some reason, I'm getting this feeling that she doesn't give a fuck. Is it drugs, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know, but her mother's reaction feels kind of telling that there's a lot more underneath the surface here.
Yeah, and like, what I'm getting from the mother is like, you'll have someone, they could be a single parent, but they will literally be working 2 or 3 fucking full-time jobs just to keep the head above water.
Gigi's mother, when she left the father.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if that's where the mother's coming from. Like, she just fucking gave the kids away. She just gave up.
Mm-hmm.
She should have get a job.
Well,
fucking
yes. I try to see the grey area, and the stuff we're not seeing. Was Nicole struggling? Was this all dumped on her, all the care, and she was overwhelmed, whatever? It doesn't seem that way. She had her mother there from the sounds of it, and then she had, you know, the great uncle.
Yeah.
And like the aunt since passed, but it seems quite clear he wanted the kids around, and I feel so bad for that man. You know, he lost his wife, and then these kids are also taken away from him.
Yeah.
You know. Melissa Hyatt, the chief of Baltimore County Police, said, quote, "This truly was a devastating incident. One that not only shocked our community to its core, but significantly affected our patrol officers, forensic technicians and detectives. I'm grateful that the harrowing details of this case were thoroughly and quickly uncovered, resulting in an expeditious closure to this tragedy. I want to commend all of our Baltimore County Police Department members who worked tirelessly throughout this investigation to bring justice to these innocent young victims." I don't think we're ever going to know the full story here. For Nicole's mother to not only condemn Nicole's actions, but to do so to her other daughter, makes me think that Deshelle knew she shouldn't have left her kids with Nicole. Regardless of whatever the situation may be, the outcome was that 2 children were failed by someone they should have been able to feel trust, comfort, love and safety with. And that is the case of the neglect and subsequent deaths of Joshlyn Johnson and Larry O'Neill. A fucking diabolical case, and the most striking detail to me is over a year she kept this little girl's body.
Yeah.
That's the one you just kind of can't get over.
Like,
there's concealing a crime.
Yeah.
And then there's keeping a body literally with you, travelling with it.
Well, that's the bit what's bothering me. So, you know how, like, if you do an unsolved case, you know, at the end, it's like, oh, I want to know what happened. Like, you know, you want closure to that case.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this one's solved, the closure I want is, what was her end game? Like, at what point was she thinking of disposing of the bodies? And the other thing what's bothering me is, how long was she going to go? Surely she wouldn't have been able to go for much longer without people being like, I ain't seen the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Where are the kids?
That's what a lot of people in the area were saying. It was like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
How did it get to this point? Not only that 2 children died in her care, but that she was able to conceal the bodies
Yeah.
for that long.
Poorly.
That's the thing. I say conceal.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
There's the blankets.
And again, I always want to try and look at factors which can help in the investigation, and you can consider of why this happened. It's not an excuse as to why it happened, but it lets us understand how it gets from A to B to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't understand here. On one side, I'm like, okay, clearly there's something going on with Nicole. You know what I mean? Whether it's mental illness or drug use or something. But then on the other side of it, she's very kind of, you know, she ran.
Yeah.
As soon as she found out. And then the whole thing of, oh, I thought a rat got in there or something. You know, a fucking rat. Stop trying to fucking manipulate the situation.
Yeah.
You've been caught. They know you have these bodies. Just fucking give it up now. Give them all the information you can, which it would lead me to believe it's probably drugs, because if she's kind of up and down, in some ways you can understand, you know, her behavior. In other ways, it's like you're manipulating it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I think drugs is involved.
Do you think with the kids, it was a case of she was looking at them as possession? I literally want possession over them. Because why wouldn't she seek help? Why wouldn't she go to her mother or, you know, the uncle? Even if, like, for whatever reason, say her mother was, say the children's mother was just not in communication. She was off somewhere completely separate. Why did she not get in contact with the family around her for help?
Because she didn't want to ask for help.
Why? Why do you think she...
I think she took them kids on to look good. Look what I'm doing. And didn't want to own up, but she was failing.
You think it was an ego thing?
Yes.
See, I kind of veer more towards possession thing. I mean, both ego in a sense.
But then she's smacking him about and all. Like,
again, we can fucking go around in circles. It's all theories, isn't it?
yeah.
What we think, you know? I mean, I would love if Nicole did speak out a bit more.
I don't want to talk to her.
But I'm not saying to us.
Oh.
I just mean, you know, now that after the fact, please tell us more. Or what you remember. Maybe if it was the case that Nicole had been abusing drugs or something, maybe she can't remember everything.
Yeah, horrible.
But again, I don't want to be fucking saying X, Y, and Z. I don't know. We're just trying to.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying she's a druggie. I'm not saying the mother's a druggie. But I'm getting the suspicion that drugs could be involved. It's for how careless. When something's as careless as this, it's usually they've got something else on the mind.
Mm-hmm. And you got to bear in mind, the grandmother said when she saw them in 2019, she could see they weren't being taken care of.
Yeah. The 18 fucking pounds.
18, yeah.
I've probably ate that in one meal.
For a child, it should be around 50.
Yeah, that's insane. So, we'll move on. That was fucking horrific.
Well, you suggested.
I just watched half a fucking Instagram reel and said to you, oh, look, true crime. That's all I did. I remember her trying to cut open the bags, and that's when I passed the phone to you. I didn't know the rest.
Yeah, I watched like a couple of minutes of it, and then I immediately gave your phone back and I wrote down her name to look into it. So maybe I shouldn't say you suggested it.
No, I didn't.
Maybe I'm just throwing the blame back onto you there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you do. So, Oddity.
Bedbug guy. Friday, 2nd of June 2017. A man walks into City Hall in Augusta, Maine. He's there to request help about an issue he's having with his residents. The issue in question, if you hadn't guessed, was an infestation of bedbugs.
I know, I'd never guessed that from the title.
When the man was told that he did not qualify for assistance, he was a little bit disgruntled, to say the least.
What do you mean he didn't qualify?
What do you mean, what do I mean? He didn't qualify.
If he has bed bugs,
Yes.
how does he not qualify?
Qualify for what?
To have help?
No. I'm stopping you there because you're questioning something and you don't even know what you're questioning. How did he not qualify?
He asked for help and he didn't qualify for the help.
Yes.
But he has bed bugs.
Yes.
So why don't you get...
No. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Because you're trying to take issue with something you don't even know what the issue is. Do you get what I mean? You don't know what he was applying for. And you're outraged that he was turned down.
Extermination, I'm guessing.
No, hang on. If we had bed bugs, what are you doing? We've woke up this morning, bed bugs everywhere.
Yeah.
What's your next move?
Bug bomb.
No. What's your next move?
Get out of bed.
Right, try it again. You need assistance in getting rid of the bed bugs. Where are you going?
Cancel.
For what?
Get rid of them.
No, but what are you applying for?
I said, can you get shut of these bed bugs? You get a new bed, actually. Wouldn't that be easier?
They're not that easy to get rid of.
Well, I'd probably go in Yellow Pages. Oh, we don't have Yellow Pages anymore. I'd Google...
See, do you see the pickle you're in now?
I'd Google bug guy, Dublin, and then ring them up and go, hey up, we've woke up this morning, infested we are with bed bugs. Is there what you can do? And he'd go, Neil, I can. I'll come round with a couple of bug bombs. You need to get out of the house for a little bit. I'll set them off and that'll be the bed bugs gone. And then I'll charge you, I don't know, X amount of euro. And I'll be like, yeah, you get rid of these bugs and I'll give you the money. And then you agree on an handshake. Have it fun. Why are you just staring at me?
Because in your situation, you haven't gone to the council. You've just gone to pest control.
Yeah.
So why are you annoyed that he didn't qualify? Don't you think he should have just gone to an exterminator? Going by what you would do in the situation.
Oh, so he didn't qualify because he earns too much?
I never said that. I never said...
He earns too much to get the free help from council. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just taking issue with that you immediately... I'm just bothered by the fact that you immediately took issue with the council. You were immediately against them. Because why didn't he qualify? What fucking grounds do they have to turn him away? I don't know the full situation of what grounds they had. Maybe even filled out the wrong form for all I fucking know. But you were so against them and on his side.
I never said that. I just said, why didn't he qualify?
You seemed a little bit annoyed about it. You seemed like, why didn't he?
Well, why didn't he?
I don't know why he didn't.
Oh. Okay,
maybe it's a case of you have to be the landlord to apply for it and he's just, a tenant.
Oh. Okay, so it was denied.
He was denied, and like I said, he was a little bit upset about it.
I would be.
How upset would you get, Neil?
Burn the house down.
Your house?
Well, wherever the
infestation is.
Well, no, I wouldn't. No, sorry, I wouldn't burn the house down. I'd get rid of bed. Get a new one.
Get a new bed.
Yeah.
Well, bedbug guy went a different road. Went down a different route.
Learned to live with him.
No, he decided to produce a container inside City Hall, which was full of bed bugs. He slammed it onto the counter, causing the release of over 100 of these bugs into the office. This guy was basically like, if I'm going to have bed bugs, we're all going to have bed bugs.
Okay.
The building was evacuated, cleaned, and a bug detector dog was brought in before they were able to reopen on Monday.
Oh, so they weren't denied.
Have you been turned away from the council for something? Was there something you really needed help with and you've got like a massive chip on your shoulder now?
No, but don't you think that's funny how they got it sorted like that? Whereas he's still...
It's a government building. They kind of
Where-
have to.
Where he's still rolling about in his gaff with these bugs.
Have you ever heard of a bug detector dog as well? Never heard of that.
Oh, but nothing surprises me with dogs.
They're brilliant, aren't they?
Do you know what they could send in? Do you know what I would get, actually? I'm deadly... You're going to think I'm taking the piss, and I'm not taking the piss. I'm deadly serious. Do you know what I would do? I'd buy an anteater and just send them in.
You'd buy an anteater.
They'll hoover them up.
Where are they getting an anteater from?
I'm sure there's a breeder somewhere, isn't there? This is America, isn't it?
Look up anteater breeder Maine. That's where it was, by the way.
Okay.
Maine. So you look it up, and if you find it, you post it online.
Okay.
Post it on our page.
Okay. I'll put where to buy an anteater in Maine.
Augusta, Maine.
Augusta,
This is
Maine.
just to be more specific.
Didn't something else we cover happen in Augusta, Maine? Because I thought you was talking about a person called...
Ed Gein's mother was called Augusta.
I don't know then.
Anyway, the building was evacuated and, like I said, cleaned, bug detector dog brought in. They were able to reopen on Monday. Quote, "They're nasty little buggers when they take hold somewhere. Although bed bugs are not considered to be dangerous, they can cause itching, which could lead to an infection and, of course, lack of sleep and anxiety. I think the whole thing with bed bugs is it's like the parasitic thing just really freaks people out. They're lurking in every corner or crevice and come out at night to feed on you.
Yeah.
It's no good.
Eat your heart and that, don't they?
They do what?
Eat, like, they'll be like on your leg and they'll just chew away.
That's what they do. They're also really good at hitchhiking.
What do you mean?
Bed bugs love to hitchhike. They're hitchhiking assholes. Say like you
What, sticking thumb out?
Nah. Say you had bed bugs, right? And then you're fucking sat in the cafe next to someone. One could jump off you onto someone else.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. I didn't know where you were going with hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking assholes.
Where's the car?
Who said there was a car?
Because when you hitchhike, there's a car.
I'm just saying they hitch a ride off you to the next person. I'm not saying like a literal vehicle.
Okay, they're good at travelling.
What?
They're good at travelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Backpackers. Without a backpack. You want to poke a hole in that one as well?
Well, they can't hitchhike without a car. You know, so I know you're there taking piss saying they're backpacking without a backpack, but they can't hitchhike without a car.
Okay,
That's
well
fact.
they're sponging, grifting little shits.
Yeah.
How's that? Is that better?
So they're like little borrowers.
The city manager, William Bridgeau, who's held position since 1976, said of the incident that he has never had anything happen, quote, as yucky as this.
I bet he fucking hasn't.
But you know what the best part of this story is? Bedbug Man actually took the time to gather up the bedbugs to exact his revenge. The time it surely would have taken for him to do this. Like, bedbugs are tiny.
Can you even see him?
Like, they're little dots. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking hell.
The other possibility is that he'd been carrying them around. And if he had been doing that for how long? Or did he, like I said, did he literally do this the night before on some sleep-deprived, rage-fueled mission to head into the town hall? For him to be that worked up, I would assume he had tried to get help multiple times and was turned down. Probably bitten to bits. And again, extremely sleep-deprived.
Yeah, he'd be knackered.
Well, he was detained by officers as he exited the building, but I'm unsure if he ever faced charges for his bug bomb attack.
Well, he should have been. It's terrorism. Argue that. Tell me it weren't terrorism. That were a terrorism attack. Terrorist attack.
Terroristic attack.
Yeah. He should have been charged.
I see what you're driving at, but I think it's probably one of those grey areas, isn't it?
They're probably looking at it like, look, he's fucking going through it here. There's no point adding to it. He can't even go home to have a good kip.
No. Sleep deprivation will do some shit to you.
Well, it has to us.
Have you ever had any dealings with bedbugs?
No.
No, I haven't.
That's why I always thought that... I always thought you couldn't see him. Because I thought it was one of them things, you know, especially some of the grubby hotels I've stayed at, I thought I must have. But if you can see them, 100% I haven't.
I knew someone who bought a second-hand bed, and yeah, there's a bit of an infestation of the situation.
Well, that's what you get for buying something second-hand from fucking Dublin.